I wish that I could be in a position I could give 100%, 200% to my family. Then, but I'm stuck with business. Then it's like, if you look at it, back then 2018 when I was doing Faith, the news said Faith raised $20 million US. The news did not say.
When you know you have an instinct, you need to call that person, you need to drop that person a text, but yet because you're so tired, you gave yourself excuses and you did not do it. That moment could have been a pivotal moment in your life.
If today that you go nothing, zero, what's the one action that you will do? Okay, let's show in 3, 2, 1. Show to the crowd. Okay, so how are you going to do it? After I ask the question, you can write it on the paper or the other side. So that's like a whiteboard, so you can write there. So write one word that you want to talk about it.
Oh.
Okay, one word after I ask a question, you write one word that would represent your answer. Okay?
All right.
Are we ready?
Excellent. All right, let's do it.
What is the most important things for someone to succeed and why? What is the most important things for someone to succeed and why? Okay. Shall we show? 1, 2, 3. Wow. Okay. So, decision. Insane. Oh, you got 2 insanity.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And then the other one? Rebounds. Oh, good word. Huh? Relationship. How about you, bro? Take action. Yeah, I mean, take action is something similar to decision, man. All right, so maybe you guys want to explain why relationship, man?
Right. Hi. Good evening, everyone. Michael here, and thank you, Jeff. Thank you to the Ads Helper team for putting this together. Yeah, I reminded myself today that this is going to be very special. I brought my drink up, and I committed to wear shorts, even though I know the fashion maybe not so ngam, because I wanted to make sure that today's retreat and our experience together for the next 4 days is not something that you will get from me if you see me in KL or in Penang in a corporate setting. Right, so I want to establish that first, okay? So just to start off, relationships, I believe relationship is key. It's our relationship with ourselves, how we think about ourselves. In order for us to keep persevering, to keep pushing forward, we need to love ourselves. We need to at least believe and trust in ourselves that we can do it. That's number 1. Number 2, it is our relationship with ourselves to trust that if we don't know something, we have the power to build relationship with other people where these other people can help us get the thing we want. It could be mentorship, it could be role modeling them, or just having a good relationship with them to remind ourselves we can be kind to people, we have value in our existence in this world. Hence why, relationship with ourselves, and from that relationship with ourselves, our relationship with others as well.
Bro, is that manipulating people?
How so manipulating?
Because you say get people to do things for you.
Well, you see, if you get people to do things for you and you are coming from a place or intention where it doesn't harm the other person, it doesn't harm you, it doesn't harm people, and in fact, it brings more benefit to both parties and to the larger people in mind, why not, right? So it's not manipulating. I would say it's about being influential.
What's the key to create this kind of win-win relationship?
Always have a giver's gain mindset. That means always ask yourself, how do I give more than how can I get at first? I think just now, Jeff, if I may share, he mentioned my name a few times, right? So I met Jeff at KLCC. It was just a dinner. And then I was walking to the toilet and I saw Chen Chao. And we were walking to the toilet. Hey! Then we went to the toilet together, all right? And then it was interesting. So Chen Chow, you know, he's the chairman of Foodie Media. Anyone heard of Foodie Media? Yeah. Recently got listed, right? And it's such an inspiring company where now all content creators in Malaysia can say, I will one day can list my company, even though I just appear on an Instagram or TikTok video, right? And he's their chairman of this public listed company. So when I met Chen Chow, I find him to be great, cool, and they were still waiting for me. It was Shui and Jeff. And I thought these were like-minded people. And you see, my giver's mentality came in. I'm like, hey, why not I just connect them? And I don't know what synergy that they will discover. So I just told Chen Chow, you free or not? Free, come after toilet, you follow me, go up. So we went up. I just say, hey, Jeff, this is Chen Chow. Hey, and then we got along. And you know what else they found out? They are from the same school. Jitsin High School.
Oh, Jitsin. Yeah,
Jitsin Bukit Metajam. And then,
Such a small world, right?
Yeah, so you see the giver's mentality. I did not think about, wow, I introduced Chen Chow to Jeff. Jeff, you want to give me what? Hey, this guy, not ordinary person, you know. No, I just say, you know what? I like Jeff. I trust Jeff. I know he always over-delivers. And I know this guy for a long time. I've known him since 2008. And I just said, why not I just connect both together, right? Same with Hubert as well. Hubert, Jeff said he met him the first time physically here today. But Hubert has not only became one of the very few gold-plated YouTube award recipient. You know YouTube, right? If you get more than 1 million followers, you get a gold plate. So he has that gold plate, right? And not only has he amassed 3.2 million followers on TikTok, he created a system to replicate that success. I met him, and then I was like, hey, this retreat, right? Jeff told me he's going to bring some pretty extraordinary and most importantly, open-minded people like all of you to come and learn. I just told Hubert, you want to go Phuket? You want to go Phuket? Come, I introduce you.
With no context.
No context.
Hubert want to go Phuket with me?
And then again, right, I just told Jeff, I said, Jeff, I met this guy. I just told him if he wants to come to Phuket, but you make the final decision. Again, givers gain. I didn't go to Jeff and like, hey, I'm going to introduce you to Hubert. Lai, belakang mari kira. I just say, hey, you're going to add a lot of value. I like him. I like what he does with all of you. And then we're all here. So, givers gain.
Well
Relationships.
Said. Big loud boss. Okay, we're gonna keep the insanity one, right? Yeah, the last, okay? So I think that one is next level already. So how about Chen Chow, the one that you wrote?
Okay. Okay. Hi everyone. Yeah, I think thanks a lot, Jeff and Michael has introduced me, right? So I don't need to introduce myself. So, and I think I'm really honored to be here, right? It's pure luck. If you look at it, life is coincidental. If I pass by the KLCC there, toilet. 10 seconds earlier or 10 seconds later, we were not met. Yeah. I were not met, and Jeff would not have asked me, and would not have been here. Yeah. So a lot of the coincidental, and would not have made some friends here over the next few days, right?
That's right.
And I think the keyword I chose, rebounds. Who has failed before? Who has made mistake before? We all have, right? Unless we're not honest, right? We all got through. And those moments, it's not about not going to have mistakes, not going to not have failures. We will have that more and more as we go through our life. And a lot of time is how do you rebounds? And I think I use the word rebounds because getting down is normal. Will happen frequent. It's how fast, how well we can bounce back. Yeah. And I think that's where differentiate between the winner and the average people.
Yeah.
Like if you look at it, back in 2018 when I was doing Faith, the news said Faith raised $20 million US. That's what the news said. The news did not say Faith was rejected by 61 investors. The 62nd gave us money.
Wow.
It was a 98.33% rejection rate. After 5 times rejection, do we get sad, depressed? Yes. Do we feel like giving up? Yes. But eventually we got through that was because we didn't give up. And I think all of us, think back at your biggest success to this point in life. Was it obvious that you will succeed from the start of that journey? A lot of time it's not. You really doubt, you really think it's not possible. But you went through it eventually. Maybe some people, like what Michael brought up, relationship support and everything, and take actions and all this kind of thing that we have heard from there, right? Making decisions and be a bit insanity. Those things that add various elements to pull through, and of course a bit of luck, that breakthrough. And a lot of times, like giver's mindset that what Michael said enables that. And I think it's just rebounds. And looking forward for the next 4 days with everyone.
Big applause. Well said. I mean, like, it really makes me thinking. You know, like last time I would try to get fund, like a fundraise, maybe like 3-5 person. I never expect like 61. Oh, that's like okay, boss. We go for fundraise together. Okay, next one. Take action and decision. Do you guys like? Okay, maybe you first.
Okay, I think in order to be successful, right, you have to take action, because what I see is that, most people don't take enough action to go, right, to just do it. People think a lot, right? Like smart people, they think a lot and they give themselves reasons to not do it, to wait, right? So I think take action.
Ainsley is always very simple one, In his speech, right, for past 2 years, right, he also like, do this, do this. What you want to say? Like no excuses one. You want to do it, you do it. Just do it. Just jump in and do it. But sometimes, right, people was like overthinking, right, always overthinking, and that's what I will never see from Ainsley, and that's why he is that success at very young age. Give him a big applause.
Hi, so it's Moses here. So I think decisions are probably one of the most important things that you will do. The way I like to describe it is everyone has a timeline. So your birth and then where you end, which is death. And from birth to death, you're making decisions every day. Early on, your parents help you make the decisions. But as you get into your teenage years, as you get into your adult life, as you become someone that makes your own sort of career path, the relationships you have, decisions around health, decisions around your finance, a lot of people tend to delay a decision or never make a decision. Okay, that's the biggest mistake I find with people, because when you're younger, someone does it for you. But as you get older, because you're now in charge of yourself, a lot of us have fears, and the fears tend to make us slow down our decisions or never make one in the first place. Sometimes we even allow another adult or someone that we look up to or someone that we think has some power or control over us make the decision for us. So I live in Australia. I was born in Singapore, but as I work across both sides, I find that the culture around, say, Singapore, Malaysia, a lot of times I find there's a lot of people in careers they didn't want to be in. They've studied things they never wanted to do. They're in things that they're kind of doing for family. And a lot of times you got to go back to your heart and find out what feeds your soul, what makes you feel alive, and make the decisions that way. It's very hard to do. You need support. You need the right people around you when you're about to do that sort of stuff. But I think if you make the right decisions and you find a way or a strategy that allows you to do that, where you have the logical side looked after and the emotional side looked after, then you can kind of speed up your life from where, at birth to death, a lot of people, if they have a delayed decision or they never make one, you can suddenly find your 40, 45, 50, 60, and you're like, wow, it's nearly over, and I should have done that or I could have done this. So my job when I work with people is a lot of times helping them get to a very, very clear decision on something that they've never done so that they can change the timeline they're on. Because a lot of times we're kind of going somewhere with no real destination. So that's why I think decisions are probably one of the most important things.
Well, that really makes me think, right? Many people, they don't take action. It's also because they don't make decision. I mean, like yes, I'm just gonna do this. I'm like,
Yep.
firm decision, right? And still hesitating. It's really hard that way. Right?
Yeah, it's very, very related to what Ainsley's talking about. Like, to take action, I think, the reason he takes action is he knows what he wants, he's clear, and he says to everyone, just take action. It's true, but to get to that, you have to be very clear on your goal, and you have to know that you're aligned with both your logical side and your emotional side. A lot of times people have emotions that come and take control of you as you're about to make the decision, and it just depends on the state you are in at that time. If you're with the wrong family member, the wrong friend, just after a breakup, just lost some money, something along those lines, and there's a fear there, you won't know it consciously, but on an unconscious level, the decision you make has just changed your timeline either further away from your end goal, and you don't know it until someone comes in, wakes you up, or shows you where you went wrong, right? So that's why it's really important.
Thank you, bro. Big round of applause. And you know what? I think, right, There's one type of people, right, will never have this kind of problem of like taking action and decision, which is the insane one, right? So let's, yeah, how about insanity, like both of you?
Maybe I'll go first so Vince can have the closing note, lah, yeah? So, maybe I give a quick background about myself, lah, okay? People say content creation is not a real job. You don't really get a lot of money, there's no stability and all, and it is actually true because first things first, in my whole life, I'm fortunate that I never had to worry about money. Why? Because my father is a Tan Sri. Okay, my mother is a Datin Sri. And they run many successful businesses that allowed me to play around and fool around. Yeah, so money has never been a problem for me. I want money, I call my dad, I get the money. I wish lah. Yeah, or so I wish. So when I told my mom I want to go into entrepreneurship, my background is in startups. I ran a tech startup and we raised around R1 million in funding, but unfortunately due to market instability, we had to shut the company down. And after that, I jumped into content creation. I told my mom, I told my father, hey mom, I want to go into content creation. And my parents are not filthy rich people. In fact, we just got out of a 30-year-long debt. Yeah, my family member gambled a lot of money back then, so we had to live with that. So we just got out of a very bad debt for almost 30 years. The first thing my mom said, she said, can you guess the word that she said? My xiao. Yeah. We are from Penang. Yeah, we are from Penang. She said, you ki xiao ah? Ki xiao. It means, are you crazy? Are you insane? And that was the first experience I had with the word insane. And why I emphasize the word insane is because I'm not saying that you should be crazy. You should have you should be insane up here. Insanity means the decisions that people will not usually take. The road less taken. Yeah, I actually wrote my notes here because Michael knows the moment I start saying, my brain won't stop one. Yeah, so first things first, extraordinary decisions, extraordinary actions, like what they said. And the second thing is things that people usually say crazy, right? It's not that you are crazy, it's that they don't have the courage to take that step. Yeah, and if I hadn't been crazy enough to start doing what I really want to do, frankly speaking, I think I wouldn't be sitting here having a conversation with all of you, with all these amazing, legendary people by my side. La. Yeah, so this is why I say insanity. La.
One question, bro. What makes you go insane mode?
What makes me go insane mode?
I mean, like, is it a moment that triggers you into that? That no, I don't care whatever people do or whatever people say. I just want to do it.
I notice when I go insane mode, my face will turn red. Is my face going red now? I'm thinking of that moment right now, okay? The moment I get a clipboard, the moment I get an empty canvas, and you tell me, do whatever you want, write whatever you want. My face will turn red, my ears will turn red, my eyes will light up, and I ask the first question, are you sure? Whatever. I will write whatever I want and I'll call my team and I'll tell them tomorrow we do shooting. Filming. I mean, I know the word shooting can mean the wrong thing. Filming, right? we film. We do filming tomorrow itself. And in 3 days, in 3 days, we filmed a whole microdrama series. A whole microdrama series in 5 hours. We took 3 days to write, plan, cast, and shoot. 3 days. So what makes me go crazy is when I had the chance to be fully creative.
But what's the first time that you say you decided you want to go crazy and just do this? The first time, what's the key?
Okay, two things. First, maybe Moses can help me understand better later. Yeah. The second thing is I used to have an ex-boss,
okay,
whom Michael might be familiar with. We were organizing a conference, and my ex-boss kind of like snapped on me. Okay. She said, I'm not as good as her, therefore I will be nothing without her. She said, be grateful that I gave you such opportunity, or else you're not going to be standing here with me. And I said, you know what? F it lah, I'm going to do it on my own.
Big love, boss. Vince, what's your insane mode? Why insane? What insanity?
It's good that Herbert wrote the same word and help me to answer on my behalf, actually. Just kidding. All right. So my thoughts is this, right? If you see everybody that you felt was successful in this world, and if you read their story, right, most of the time, if not every single time, when they wanted to do something that eventually led to their success, they will come across many people telling them that that's stupid, that's ridiculous, like that doesn't make sense, and nobody believe in them, right or not? And to me, like, that's an indication, right? When people don't believe in you, and people think that you're crazy, and people think that you're insane, and people think that you're ridiculous, that is probably an indication that maybe you should give it a shot. All right. So to me, I think achieving success is about doing things you have never done before in your life to achieve results that you have never achieved before in your life, isn't it? And do you agree that to do something you have never done before, it does takes a little bit of insanity, it takes a little bit of decisions that you feel is a little bit irrational initially. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Right? So I think to a certain extent, right, it takes someone crazy enough to, trying to be successful. Okay? So if anyone tell you that you're crazy and stupid and insane, right, tell them thank you very much for your validation. And I mean, of course, there's a lot of counter argument, and some people might say, Vin, you're being very reckless by giving this kind of advice. But again, you must think, to achieve results you have never achieved before, you have to do things you have never done before. And to achieve really amazing results, sometimes you have to do things that most people have never done before. We can talk about validation, we can talk about actually a lot of logical explanation, but the truth is, if nobody has ever done before, what kind of validation, what kind of logical rationale behind it, right? How many all the amazing people, VCs and all that, right, rejected Uber, all the amazing VCs say, this one cannot work one, Airbnb cannot work one, it's a multi-billion-dollar company. How do we argue with that? Do we have statistics? Do we have science? Honestly, these people just went ahead anyway, right? So that's my thoughts about this.
One question. What's your most insane moment ever that you can thought of?
I read this word is actually because I think every single year of my life, right, since my early 20s, right, I would say every year is always my most insane year, to be honest. But I mean, maybe by your definition of insanity, I can say, for example, like, my wife was going to deliver our triplet daughters, and I purposely put her at a hospital that is very near to the office that I'm going to set up the business. I don't know why I decided to set up a business on the same month that my wife going to deliver triplet. I really seriously, I thought, okay, the reason is because I always think nothing's impossible. All right, so I was like, okay, let's put her near the hospital so that it's just 5 minutes away, then I can go and check on the renovation. Like, I don't know why I even do that, to be honest with you, That's, to me, is insane, And to take the risk to the point where there was less than $100 in my bank account while raising my triplets, which I never tell my wife until much later stage, because if not, she'll have heart attack, and then I'll have heart attack also, That's insane too, Whatever I'm going to share in this event or whatever, I think everyone should take it with discount it a little bit, because I'm on a very extreme end of risk taking. For me, I never built any plan B one. There's only plan A only, and I cannot fail in plan A one. That's the way I built my business and my life.
I think, let me share something that from what I know about the most insane things that Vince ever is, when I just met him, he did not do online workshop yet, and he is like back to back every single day, flying to different country. And he, like the most craziest thing he can do is like he purposely fly to UK from Vietnam. I think from Vietnam to the UK, have a talk 2 hours, then fly back, and then continue. The moment he landed, he continued another sharing session, another workshop, and continue for maybe like 2 days, 3 days, and then again fly non-stop until one day when I pick him up in the Penang airport. The moment he sit in my car, right? Oh, that's the moment, bro. I will never ever forget. Whenever I felt tired, right, I think of that moment, because the moment he sit in my car, you cannot imagine a person totally so tired until the facial, you can see the facial cannot move already. The face cannot move already. The eyes keep tearing. This is the moment that you never ever see from Vince, because the moment he go into show, he's like totally changed. And I really, really admire him on that, And that's how extreme when he take action. He go all out until like maybe morning in Vietnam, night in I don't know in where, and then continuously. I think maybe his wife also. The only time during that time I can see him is like on video call, right? So that's what I really, really admire about him, and that what takes it is to really, if you want to break through, what you are at that moment. Because breakthrough need energy, breakthrough need efforts, right? You need to put in something to break through. So that's what I really, really learned from him.
That was that year I clocked in 165 flights. Every 2 days I'll be on a flight. I'll purposely fly out on Friday night, Saturday go and speak in London for 2 hours, fly back so that Sunday evening still got time to eat dinner with my family, and then Monday go to work and run my business. Something like that.
Crazy.
But actually I enjoy it. I mean like, so I enjoy being extreme productive. I mean like, maximize time kind of thing. But now getting a bit old.
So you reminds me of that word that Steve Jobs always used. Like these are the people, you can call them insane, you can call them crazy, you can disagree with them, but one thing you cannot do is you cannot ignore them. Right? Because they are doing something that impacting some people's life, giving some values and all of them here are doing that. So I think that's the good things. Big loud applause to Vince, and big loud applause to all of you. Next question. Okay, we're going on for like maybe until midnight today.
Okay.
What's the stupidest things that you think any entrepreneurs can easily do? Or you can tell yourself that one stupidest decision that you ever made in your life as well, that you think that can, is good for others. Okay, let's show in 3, 2, 1. Show to the crowd.
Nobody can read what you write, man.
I'll say it.
What are you
I'll say it. Mine is listening to others that are not walking the same path.
Hey bro, having babies? What?
Later I explain myself.
Okay.
My wife is here, don't worry, I don't do stupid things.
Alright. Ainsley, stop working. How about Hubert? Listen too much. Wow, that's interesting. Not disciplined. Okay. Employee mindset. Okay, yeah. I would like to hear the having babies first.
Invite the wife to come and support. Yeah, bro. Hola, it's a retreat, right? We have some fun, Don't so serious.
All PR answers.
My wife at the back there looking one, Okay, but in all seriousness, okay. So my thoughts is this, okay. Speaking from personal experience, all right. So at the peak of my years of being an entrepreneur, end up having triplets, and the thoughts was at first like, how hard can it be, lah? You get what I'm trying to say? Because I always thought everything is possible. Nothing impossible is nothing, right? Don't know whose tagline is that. So I'm like, okay, go, let's have babies, And then it's like, doctor say, hey, you're gonna have triplets. Okay, very good. How hard can it be, lah? 3 only, what, right? So along the way, I guess what I'm trying to say is this, okay? I'm not saying this, I disclaim a bit, not saying this because I don't love my kids, okay? That's to disclaim. Not to saying this because I don't, having kids is anything wrong. But I think because I'm on the extreme end, right? In my personal opinion, being an entrepreneur, I think you have to make some very clear decisions about entrepreneurship versus family. Some people say that, hey, can have, balance what family and business, what's the problem? Because on my end, I feel that, being such an extreme entrepreneur, I feel that I'm not doing my best for my family, in my personal opinion. Like, after going through all this, I feel that maybe there could be better decisions to be made so that I won't be at a cross junction like, do I spend tonight doing my business or do I spend with my family? How do you say that, oh, today I am going to be just a 50% entrepreneur. I'm going to give my 50%. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how to process that because everything I do is 100%, right? So I feel that if you can make smarter decisions on your planning and timing when it comes to family and business, please think carefully so that you don't stuck in a situation where, because how do you say no to your family as well? But at the same time, how do you say no to your business as well? So like, to me, I think that was a tough spot for me, if you ask me.
I think, right, your wife, your families, your babies, they are very lucky because, right, although you are saying that could be a mistake because you couldn't make 100% to the business, but actually I felt, because since you are an extreme person, in work you're extreme, in love for family you also extreme. That's why you felt like you don't give them enough of love because your love for them is extreme as well, right? So
maybe I don't know. We have to ask my wife lah. but
extreme love is like more 200%.
But if you ask me, I don't know. Maybe you're right. I don't know. But what I'm saying is that I feel that I wish that I could be in a position that I could give 100%, 200% to my family. Yeah. But then I'm stuck with business. Then it's like, so nowadays when friends come and ask me for advice, so I really have to balance and tell them. I say, look, this is the situation. So you want to have kids now, or you want to have your business now? Like which one? I even have entrepreneurs who kind of ask me like, hey, I'm planning whether next year to have babies or I should start a business. So I mean, like, I get this kind of question. So it becomes really tough if you ask me.
So Vince, if those now already got kids, right? How? Throw them to the orphanage.
I mean, good luck lah. I mean, that one really you just have to do to the best of your ability lah. That's what I'm trying to say. But those who have not, I'm not discouraged. Please don't get me wrong. Don't after go back and then talk to your husband or wife and say, hey, I don't have babies already. Winston said shouldn't have babies. Hey, no. All these are really personal choices. All right. If you can live it a 50-50 thing, it's up to you. Okay. I'm just saying that from my experience at time, it was tough to balance. Maybe because the triplets.
Because you want 100%. You want like 100%.
Yeah, correct. I mean, I want 100% best. Like maybe what you described quite good lah. I want 100% for family. Yeah. I want 100% for business.
Yes.
How lah?
But you cannot, right?
Because we only 100%, right?
Yeah.
And some more triplets is quite extreme case lah.
That become 33%.
Yeah, it's quite extreme lah. You can translate like
with wife then 25% only.
Huh?
Triplets plus wife 25% only each person get.
Bro, you're not helping, Just now that one was good already, Let's stick there lah, Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next person.
Hey, big applause. Maybe Chen Chao?
Okay, yeah. So I wrote about employee mindset, right? Maybe not as funny and fun as Vince, right? But I think the reason why I wrote employee mindset as a mistake entrepreneurs do is that I've seen many entrepreneurs and who you have to start with idealism. You start with a lot of dreams, a lot of things that you want to do, right? Some people may have already working at elsewhere. Then it's like, okay, I hated this, all this corporate job. I hate this climbing the ladder. I hate my boss. I hate everything, right? Then I'm like, okay, let me go and start my own company. And then it's like, oh, sounds cool, right? Let me have a great investors. I have all these things, right? Oh, people invest, the VC, the angel investors, have all these people, Vince and all these people investing. You have all these things, right? You think of. But a lot of times, people is like, oh, to win these investors, I need to do A, B, C, D, E. To win 5 investors, I need to do E, F, G, H, whatever, right? And after you go through a bunch, you end up becoming working. And then everyone give you feedback, right? As you think of you start something, right? Everyone say, oh, maybe you should do this. From your family members to your spouse, to your former boss, to your kids, to everyone, your friends, everyone got opinion, right? Everyone knows that, okay, you should do it this way, you should do it this way. Everyone may have good intention. But you add all those things, you add up, you are stuck. Let's say, example, back then, just now I shared the example where we went through 61 rejection of investors. Many of these investors will also give me opinion, feedback. And say, you try this, you do this, you do this, I will come back, and maybe I give you some thoughts. Right? Maybe I might invest in you. Everyone give you all these things. After a while, you look at it, it's like, okay, I cannot recognize my company anymore. Everyone give me this, I look at it, I hated my own company. And the last thing you want is, you hate the company that you are building. Especially if you go on entrepreneur mode. You cannot hate that. If you hate it, you may as well just go out there and get a work, right? Right? Because here, it looks glamorous, right? But likelihood you have least time. You have least money. You have more stress. You got whatever, less sleep and everything, right? And why do you suffer to do that? So I think that's where I would say that to zoom out is never fall into employee mindset. In the end, let's say finding investors or anything is like dating. Don't think of it that you need to adapt to people. Find the people that find who you are, what you're building attractive.
Wow.
Right?
Beautiful.
We all are unique
Dating advice.
Yeah.
in an investment world. Like they did, well, I'm likely the worst to give, right? But yeah,
Very
but I
good.
think a lot of it is as you build a journey is that, right? I've invested in 30 over startups over the years. So seen a bit of those up and downs, right? And I think a lot of it is, and even investors wise, just like I mentioned our Series B, rejected 61 investors, we did got investment from 20 different companies, 100 over million ringgit. Right? So those are some of it, and each of them has their quirks of it. So be yourself, and yeah, we chat more. Pass to
Big round of applause.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wrote not discipline, and I would like to define a little bit more what I mean about not disciplined here. Thank you, bro. So I would say all of my friends and comrades here on the stage, they have discipline. Or not, we would not be here. You wouldn't be here today. You have your patterns, your habits, your rituals, which have served you well. Not discipline, from what I've written here, is in the context of that moment when you know you have an instinct. You need to do something, you need to call that person, you need to drop that person a text after getting his or her card in a networking event, but yet because you're so tired, you gave yourself excuses and you did not do it. That moment wasted could have been a pivotal moment in your life. It's funny how I say this because I wrote a book that teaches people about networking, building powerful relationships. Yet until today, at times, I still repeat this mistake where I just get so tired, go meet a Tan Sri. Tan Sri, keep in touch. Never keep in touch one. And it's not the Tan Sri's fault. It's my fault. Because I came back, I got too tired. Right? But this is a reminder where in that spark of the moment, if you feel very inspired, you feel like, I just need to text this person, die text this person, right? I don't care what you do. Just take out your phone, drop him a text, connect with that person. Or if you know you have to send an email to a client, you know that instinct? Or send an email to your staff. Just do it. Just be disciplined for that spark of the moment.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, my turn. Oh. So, I wrote a lot of notes because if I don't, I'm going to fly everywhere on my words. Okay, let me structure it down. why I wrote listen too much is actually very similar to what Chen Chao said. In fact, when he was sharing this to the group of young people there, I was right beside him and I had a lot of memories about the mistakes that I did. Earlier I shared that I used to be the founder of a venture-backed startup back then. My biggest mistake was I listened too much to opinions and to people, including investors, friends, and seemingly supporters. And I think we can all agree entrepreneurship is very, very lonely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You may have 100 employees, you may have 5 employees, but you sitting on the top, you experience a loneliness that nobody else experiences. Not even your co-founders know what you feel. Yeah, it's very, very lonely. And when you are lonely in entrepreneurship, you meet 2 types of people. First, you meet people who believe in you and want to invest in you. Second, you meet people who maybe they don't invest in you, but they seemingly believe in your journey. What happened to me was the way we structured our fundraising back then is we fundraised with a bunch of angel investors, yeah, and we had almost 12 angel investors, all small checks here and there, and we have 2 institutional VCs, and it was very, very messy. And because of that, I have to meet this investor, meet that investor, meet everyone, just to hear what they feel, just to hear what they think. And every time during meeting, they would say this. They would give an opinion, they would give a suggestion. And when we were doing that, I share a bit about my product back then. We are a university student social networking app, one of the largest in the region. We are launched in over 100 universities, and our users were around 100,000 users, not a lot according to today's standards, but back then it was okay. And it was also the rise of a startup called Clubhouse. I don't know if you all were aware of that.
That app.
Clubhouse was huge back then. So I met with a few of my angel investors, and they said the same thing. Hey, you know Clubhouse? You should do something like that, but for university students. And because they are my investors, I feel the need to listen to them. And because I feel so lonely that I told myself, maybe if we do this and we succeed, I would win more validation from them. The keyword being trying to win validation. So that was the worst mistake I did. We burned a lot of money and we just listened to too many people. Okay. Ultimately, the closing punch is, if you listen to everyone, you listen to no one. I listened to everyone. Eventually, like what Chen Chao said, I couldn't recognize my product anymore. I told myself, this isn't what I started out to build. And I eventually decided to step back from the company and pursue content creation, because for the first time ever in almost 10 years, I could finally do something that I feel happy and I really want to do. And with this new knowledge that I have, every time someone says, you should do this, I say, thanks man, I'll think about it. But actually when I go back, I didn't really think about it Yeah. Well, I mean, I think about it, but I ask myself, how is this relevant to my business and my vision? Because nobody understands my vision or your vision more than yourself and myself. Yeah.
Big applause.
Okay, so mine one is don't stop working, right? Because like, especially when you make some money at a, I don't know, young age or older age, you're going to spend, right? For sure. And especially you make like 6 figures a month, maybe 7 figures a month, and you just stop working and just spend it all on clubs, beers, I don't know, like everything, right? So I stopped working for like 2 years because I made some money, and I don't have to work much. I remember I only have to work like a few hours a week, and I'll have 6 figures per month. So it's like easy money for me, right? So easy money come, easy money go as well. So I stopped working, stopped innovating, stopped building stuff. And then, yeah, it's bad. Yeah. So don't do that. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, so for me, I think it's related to what he was saying, because I feel like a lot of people listen to people that have never walked the path that you're walking. And so when you're in entrepreneurship, you're really doing something very different to everyone else. It's not conventional. It's not what everyone's used to. Now, there's 2 types of people that kind of come to you. The ones that don't want you doing better than them, or if they see you start to grow or to get some sort of a result and you're kind of like breaking through that level, which means you're getting past a 9 to 5 or a certain job, or your income starting to change, or you're getting to 6 figures a month. and they'll give you advice like this might not last, or you're taking a lot of risk, because a lot of times in general, most people don't want you to, they want you to do well, but they don't want you to do better than them, okay? Now, the other type of person that comes to you is, and it's a hard one, this one, because it's people you love. It's usually in the family or people within your close network. Now, some come to you because they have fears, which means it might be like a mum or dad, and they negatively give you advice, or they advise you not to go into entrepreneurship, or they advise you to be careful, or to stop taking risks, or to stop being insane like they were doing, because they actually love you and they can't see what you see. So I tend to feel sometimes I meet people and they feel down, or they feel like they can't keep going because the very people they love and the very people that they want to be successful for, but the people they love don't even know this, are telling them not to do it, or telling them, no, you can't do it, or like, that's a crazy idea, or this or that. But you deep down in your heart have a faith within yourself. It's like your soul's calling. So you want to go, you want to do it. So I feel with that, you have to take it with a bit of a filter and understand that they love me so much, but they have a fear that's blinding them. And whilst they say that to me on a conscious level, I understand it's coming from love and the fear they have. So I don't need to hate them. I don't need to believe my mom or dad don't believe in me and use that as a negative sort of filter, right? We just need to understand where they're coming from. But then you've also got loved ones who don't want you to do well, and it's genuine. They really don't want you to do well. They want everyone to stay at the same level. So you got to be able to distinguish who's genuinely there, who loves you, and still has a fear and can't support you, and put them into a certain bucket, and then have the other ones there as well. And what I tend to do when I know it's genuinely not there, or they happen to be related to, uncles, aunties, friends of friends, married into the family, and they just don't want you to do well, I only meet them on birth, deaths, or marriages, right? So I meet them 3 times a year. If it's a big event, then I'll hang out and do stuff. Otherwise, I cut them out. The other ones which you can't cut out, which are like, mum, dad, brother, sister, siblings, things like that, close aunties and friends, try to see if the filter's there where if they're genuine to you, but they just don't see your dream and your vision. So the idea, like what keeps me alive is I know, okay, you can't see it yet, but I'm going to keep doing what I do. And then obviously I know it's also for you. And so what I can reward my close friends and family with. And then that kind of helps keep my fire alive, because I understand the human side of the person that I love and the person that sort of brought me up or is close to me.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Next one is a quick one. You guys gonna write it, all right? If today that you go nothing, zero, what's the one action that you will do to start over? All right. 1, 2, 3. Show.
Work my ass off.
Sell.
Sell what, Vince? Sell what?
Sell, work. How about that? Heart. Wow. That's very nice. I mean, getting back the passion, you mean? Is that? Yeah, maybe that. Okay, you can explain first. Yes,
I'll go first. Okay, so for me, it's learn a skill, and the skill would be sales. The reason I think it's sales, it's the fastest one that you can leverage for the highest amount of money. Because if you learn how to sell, and I think it's something that you master as fast as possible, you can do it in a short time. And then the leverage part would be to work for a company where you can get a high commission split, or a high ticket offer, or something like that. So you are using the sales skill, which is a quick skill to get, and then leverage and get cash as fast as you can. And then from there, I'd invest that cash into either, I'll top it up with hours like some of these guys are saying with work, but at the same time, I'd move the skill as fast as I can. For me, it started, personally, I did it. It was through straight out of school, sales in real estate, and that's what gave me my original leverage.
Okay, so for you guys, work, does it mean like go back to a 9 to 5?
No.
Or drive a Grab?
Yeah, Grab maybe.
Grab maybe?
Okay, so for me, right, it's simple, right? Just go ahead and work. So it's easy, right? You have no excuse in the era right now, because you can just go on YouTube and search like how to do e-commerce, how to use AI. You don't even have to speak to anyone, if you're bad at sales, maybe, right? So you just have to YouTube, search, and just work. Because like there are a lot of methods to get money online, right? In these days, everyone is online right now. And especially with AI right now, right? Like AIs are free as well. You don't have to subscribe GPT or something if you have like zero budget, right? So everything is free, and even for e-commerce, you can just do organic e-com, right? And you can make 6 figures easily with organic. You don't have to pay any ads as well, right? You just have to just work and don't give up. Just just do lah.
Do something.
Yeah,
just
just
do something. Anything you guys want to add on? To make it quick.
I thought our definition of work was the same. Turns out it wasn't. So my definition of sorry, I erased already. My definition of work is do it again. Work very hard again. Whatever you have built upon, I'm sure if I have built it before, I can do it again. So I'm gonna work my ass off once again to get back what I used to have. Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to agree and second Hubert on this. Yes, and you're gonna be better the second time you do it. Or work to learn a new skill so you could sell something. So I'm combining a few answers here. That is how kiasu I am.
Yeah, I choose the word heart because I think in the end, just use your heart to do the things that you believe in. Anything that you believe in, out of the 7 billion people in the world, there'll be some people believe in it. So just use your heart, do the right things.
Wow, actually, like a lot of people, they can't rebound. It's because they lack of heart. They lose their heart. They lose everything, but they lose also their heart. If you lose everything, but you never lose your heart, you can always rebound. Is that right?
In my opinion, sales is the highest leverage of, that you can get out of trying to, get back on your feet, get results, just start selling, right? Yeah.
Okay, so last, I have some cards here. Okay, each of you going to answer a different one. Okay, so choose your cards. Yeah.
Are you going to do the magic?
Yeah, magic trick. Okay, do you guys want to read it out loud? Maybe Vince first?
What version of yourself would disappoint your younger self the most?
Wow. Perfect. All your versions are great.
No. My every version is better than the previous version, so I don't know. Maybe it's the trying to start business while having triplets at the same time. Maybe that version is not so perfect version. Maybe I don't know. I think I could have done better. Coming back to just now the answer. So I wish I could have done more for my family.
Okay, big round of applause.
All right, the question I got was, what limiting belief did you finally destroy? A limiting belief that I finally destroyed was the need for validation and comparison. I was just talking to Chen Chow and Hubert over lunch. I said, it's not easy being in our entrepreneurs' inner circle, especially with the people whom we know. They are the who's who of your younger entrepreneurial industry, if I may use that word. And sometimes when I wake up, once upon a time ago, I scroll through my Insta. Wow, my this brother going listing. Wow, my this brother bought a new Ferrari. Wow, my this brother lah ha bros brother just expanded to a 5-floor office with slide and aeroplane, fake aeroplane inside the office. And then I started questioning myself. Actually, what am I doing? So I was subconsciously comparing myself to them. And I find that there are times when they go for gatherings that I don't even want to go, but I force myself to be there because I want to be seen among them. I want to get validation. But I think over the years, right, in life, life has beaten me up where I thought, hey, my business could grow as big as them, bigger than them, but it never happened. Then until one day I decided, you know what, stop comparing. They have their own path. I have my own path. They are driving Ferraris, Lamborghinis. I don't even like to drive. So I prefer take Grab, right? They have house with swimming pool. Then I remembered staying in a condo for 4 years. I only used the swimming pool 2 times. And I started thinking, why? Am I subconsciously comparing myself to seek validation from people that, oh, Michael Teo is successful like them? Then I decided enough is enough. I decided that happiness is key. Just like how Chen Chow discovered as well. Happiness is key. Truth be told, there are people saying, Michael, your company should aim for public listing. And I'm like, I don't know. What if I want to keep my company private? Have my private investors making sure they are happy, or if they're happy, can they help? And that's it, right? What if that is what I want? I don't know, things may change, right? Opportunities come. But I think that is the one limiting belief that I'm so glad I destroyed. That today, when I hear my friends, my bros, my sis, when they are really successful, I can say I am so proud of them. I am honestly, genuinely so happy for them. Instead of last time thinking, wow, you're so successful, I'm happy for you. But inside I'm like, how do you do it? How do you do it? It's very tiring, I would say. Yeah.
Big round of applause.
Okay, I thought I was smart by sneakily taking out 2 cards without him realizing, but eventually both questions I got were very, very hard. So the question I got was, what part of me did I have to kill in order to grow? If I need to say, right, it was the egoistic part of me. I was just looking through Facebook just now, and in my Facebook memories, in December 6, 2014, 11 years ago, I joined GSEA.
Entrepreneurs Organization.
GSEA, it was a competition that was huge in my country we are from the same country now. Okay?
Global,
It was huge, okay? I joined, I won. I represented my country to Manila with 3 other winners. And I was even, the CEO of Nando's actually used me as an example of not giving up, Chong Lin. She used me as an example of never ever giving up because a lot of hurdles I have to go through. And after receiving all this validation, I allowed the ego to go through my head. And I thought I was invincible. I thought I have developed a severe God complex. Because I was young, everyone was trying to motivate me. And I don't know if Michael knew this, but if you knew me from 10 years ago, you wouldn't like me. You wouldn't like me. You have no space to like me at all because it's all about me. I have disregard for opinions. I just don't like people in general, and I always think that I'm the best. So this is the part of me that I wish I could kill, because if I managed to kill him, if I managed to kill that version of me, I would have learned so much more. I would have become so much more successful. I may potentially have much more friends and felt less lonely back in those days. Yeah. So that's what I think. Yeah.
So my one is quite similar with his one, but not as exciting. Used to be, bro.
What's the question?
Yeah, so what identity did you have to let go to evolve? Like just now I say, stop partying, and stop being lazy. Something like that. For me myself. Yeah, I think that's it.
Alright, okay.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
I understand where Ainsley is coming from, where stop partying, yeah. But if you party with a purpose, it's different. Because some of like this event, yeah. Because some of my biggest deals, it was me meeting people at parties. But if you go to parties irresponsibly, that's a problem. So yeah, but Ainsley, you're here with us here today. So we're gonna party, but we're gonna party with purpose. Right. To somehow rule the world, right?
So mine is, what's a risk you regret not taking? And this is a tricky one for me because there was a point in my life where I did have regrets, but I don't really have them now. So I have to kind of pretend like it's a few years ago to answer that question. So I'll do it both ways. In the past, I used to regret that, I had my parents split up when I was younger. I had to go to work early. I had to jump into a job early and couldn't do what I wanted to do, which was I fell into real estate, and I ended up doing that for about 15 years before I do what I do now. So there was always a bit of resent and I guess grumpiness and some distaste towards my life path at that time. But I met a mentor and he showed me these principles about how everything happens for a reason, and I can go into a lot of depth about it. But once I understood that everything happens for a reason and there's a purpose to everything, including the negative things that happen to you, then I tend to see that there's like a blessing in every problem and a gift in every negative situation. So now, like, I don't have any regrets. And in terms of the risks, I feel I'm a risk taker. I take a lot of risks. A lot of them don't make sense to a lot of people. I'm kind of the black sheep in my family, so I always take risks. And at this point in time in life, I don't have any regrets, because whilst I did have a regret that maybe I didn't get into this sort of game now or earlier because I was doing that previous job in real estate, all of those years in real estate actually is what built what I'm able to do now, just through the interactions of all the sales and the property deals I did for about 15 years. Long story short, summary is we were doing about 100 sales a year across about 15 years for my team. And so it's a different buyer, different seller every single time, every single weekend, different property, different price point, that I became very good at human psychology and behavior. And that's basically the foundation of what I do now with my coaching and training with my clients.
All right. So, do you guys got one question for any of the speaker here? Anyone? One question that you think that would be tricky? or anyone want to ask further about the? Yeah. Any question? Any question?
Speaker or all?
I mean, I add to one speaker or to all? Okay. One. Then I pick my own card. Let me see. What is something you sacrifice that people don't see? Wow. Not easy, eh? I don't think it's easy, eh? Peng, you want to answer for me? As a partner, you want to see? What is something you sacrifice that people don't see? Huh? Yeah, I'm thinking. I would say too much. Too much that I started to not counting, not focusing on what is really sacrificing. Because every single moment on for the past 10 years in entrepreneurship, from nothing, from totally zero, from family is totally like even near to bankrupt, until today, every single moment, every single decision, it's not like we need people to understand, really. For example, like there is nights that early days, I would like go into anxiety suddenly, like you sleep for 10 minutes, then you wake and then you lost the sleep for the whole night. So that kind of things. And but of course, like things that really sacrifice is like sleeps, and energies. There's a lot of efforts that we do that turn out to be nothing. I mean, like wasted. Goodness that like things that I'm trying to sacrifice for maybe even some team members that I want to build them, I want to train them, end up they leave. So if you want to say what's sacrifice, I wouldn't say it's sacrifice. It's just a process. It's just a process for us to get better. And if you want to go to the next stage, you need to contribute, you need to sacrifice whatever it is to achieve there. So I already start not counting all these things, and that's where I think I started to really grow. Because as you start to count and start to focus on what you're really sacrificing, what you're losing, that's where you stuck. And don't start forget about what is the things that you sacrifice, but focus on doing the right things. I think that is the key for me. Yeah. All right. Do you guys got any question? Want to ask? If no, come on, everyone, join and big round of applause for our panels of speakers. Phuket Retreat.